Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to another wonderful episode of your go-to TV show for bold conversations and unfiltered truths. I am your anchor, Gift Naji. I won't be doing this alone. With me are amazing co-anchors, and together we'll be diving into issues that shape our nations. Good morning, Sonto.
Good morning, Gift. It's wonderful to be on set this morning with you.
Amazing. Good morning, Femi.
Thank you so much, beautiful Gifts.
Thank
it's
you.
It's a pleasure today.
And she's actually looking very stunning this morning.
Thank you so
Seriously.
much. It's also in collaboration with the Super Falcons winning their game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
All right.
All right, welcome. And to start this show, we'll be taking a look at issues that borders our nation and stir our people to make a better decision for the country at large. Before we begin the discussions, let's take a look at the newspaper that came in early. Over to you, Femi.
All right, thank you so much. Once again, Gift. Starting with the above masthead, the Vanguard newspaper, of course. Electricity, Ekiti, Ondo, Edo, other plan tariff review in line with Act. We can see that on page 16 of the Vanguard newspaper. Of course, we see the picture story above, where the president of Nigeria, President Ahmed Tinubu, was celebrating with the Super Falcons on their on their winning. I don't know what Gift is doing like this. You're just you're very happy. I understand. And the Super Eagles will also do very well. I believe some players are aware of that.
Yeah, I am.
And of course, let's look at the major story. Tinubu gives each Falcons player $100,000. That's equivalent. What he said yesterday. It's equivalent in naira. National honors and house, 3-bedroom apartment. That's laudable and commendable to have been done by our president. It is another way of encouraging the girls. And I saw yesterday that they were very happy when they had dinner with the president. And below the picture story, that the second picture below, that beside it, rather, our resilience saved Nigeria varsities from total collapse under Buhari, that is ASU. And below the second picture story, we have over 130 security agents killed in ongoing Katsina anti-banditry war. Bandits killed 38 hostages after collecting 50 million naira ransom in Zamfara. That's unfortunate. We can see that on page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper. Alausa unveils initiative to connect Nigeria experts at home, diaspora. You can see that on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. 2027 coalition about Nigeria, not me. Obi, El-Rufai, Amechi. Atiku is saying that the coalition that is coming in the forthcoming election, 2027, is not about himself. It's not about Obi, neither is it about El-Rufai and Amechi. We hope that's true. You can see that on page 8 of the Vanguard. And of course, that's all we have from the Vanguard newspaper. Thank you, Gift.
All right, thank you, Femi. Over to you, Somto.
Yeah, thank you, Gift. And moving on to the Guardian newspaper this morning. Just above the major story there, we have the NMA, which stands for the Nigerian Medical Association, threatening strike. Rules exit of 30 doctors in Jigawa. This we can find on page 3 on the Guardian newspaper. And just beside that, we have SDP expels El-Rufai and bans him for 30 years.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but
Come again.
SDP
Yes.
expels El-Rufai and bans him for 30 years. So
What's the ban about?
he's now in coalition with
ADC.
the ADC. Yeah, and he was
Ban from what?
like bans
30 years.
it means
He's
that
not permitted
after,
to come
he's not
back.
permitted to come back until after 30 years. And I wonder if 30 years he would even still have the strength to contest, or even if Jesus
I like that.
tarries.
If APC can do that at
If-
PDP, that you defend
They can ban each other.
But 30 years it's a whole lot. It's more or less saying there's no hope for you to come back here. It's this we can find on page 3 on the Guardian newspaper. Just beside that, we have 4 trillion legacy debt threatens power sector stability. Adalabu wants this we can find on page 4 on the Guardian newspaper. It's threatening and alarming that our power sector is unstable, and yet a whole lot of debt and a lot of things to be paid for, and that we can find on page 4. And moving on, just like my co-anchor mentioned, Tinubu honors Super Falcons with OON, Order of Niger, floods millions for WAFCON triumph. This we can find on page 8 on the Guardian newspaper. And we also have something on the World Health Organization declares hepatitis D cancerous, urges swift global action. And lastly, what we have to take on the Guardian newspaper, security forces kills 45 bandits in Niger and suffer casualties in Castina. That's all we have on the Guardian newspaper. Thank you, Gift.
All right, thank you, Somto, for that. We'll be taking a look at the Punch newspaper with leading stories as federal government may sell 11 discos to new investors, with kickers saying NERC to enforce discos recapitalization, reprivatization. Also saying amendment bill advances at NAS. You can find this story on page 37 of the Punch newspaper. Above the masthead, we have 2027 APC kicks as opposition backs single day polls. You can find more on this story on page 2. Beside that, we have federal government launches crackdown on MDAs after 300% surge in imprint claims. You can find more of this story on page 36 of the Punch newspaper. Also, we have US birth tourism crackdown sparks Nigerian hospital reforms call. You can find more on this story on page 36 of the Punch newspaper. Also, beside the picture story, we have Lassa fever death toll rises to 152 amid 811 cases. Quite sad. You can find more on this story on page 24 of the Punch newspaper. We also have new electricity law unleashes widespread crisis. More on this story you can find on page 7. And below the picture story, we have GAC in turmoil as faction moves to sack Lagos APC chairman. More on this story can be found on page 36 of the Punch newspaper. Also beside that, we have cheating. Ondo girl nabbed for stabbing boyfriend to death. More on this story can be found on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. We also have nurses strike to hit hospitals nationwide on Wednesday. You can find more on this story on page 20 of the Punch newspaper. All right, viewers, that's all. We will be taking on our newspaper headlines. Do well to get a copy of yours as we dive into further discussions on the trending issues currently in Nigeria. Something caught our attention, which we are very excited about, this the Falcons doing exceedingly great, and the award. Congratulations, by the way, that was amazing. I want to forward my question to you, Femi. How do you feel being this is the 10th time they are winning this?
Yes.
Amazing. For 10 consecutive times, it's worth the award they have been given. What are your thoughts about this?
All right. From my own view, this talks about the resilience, strength on the part of the girls. This is the 10th time they are doing this, and we can see that despite the fact that NFF is not working. Nigeria Football Federation is not working. A lot of indictment on their path. These girls still were very focused and they were able to bring forth what was expected from them. That's number one. Number two is that if you see, the combination of the team is both foreign and local players.
Yeah.
They were able to work together, the synergy. And of course, you've seen the final match. There was eyebrow pressure because at the first half, it was 2 down. They went to the dressing room, coming back, the game changed. They were together, they played together, and lastly, they were able to put aside every form of distraction. We can't but say that the irresponsibility of the leadership of the Football Federation in our country is very appalling. But then thank God so much that at this time when we don't have good news in the country, this is one of the good news.
Yes, it's a breath of fresh air.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
It's a good news to us. At this time, we don't have so many. I'm not saying we don't have any. We don't have so many good news. Thank God we had one a few days ago, and we thank God for that.
All right, viewers, don't forget to call in to also share your comments and be part of the conversation. All right, Somto.
I appreciate them for a job well done, and they actually did exceedingly well. Although I wasn't privileged to watch the match, and due to network issues,
we're in Nigeria, so we understand.
Exactly. But I learned of how the match went on, the leading, and then the comeback for the Super Falcons. Very, very, very much appreciative, and I agree to the fact that yes, it's a breath of fresh air, but it's not for comparison though. But there's this spirit that comes with the Super Eagles winning.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's the truth.
Maybe.
But since the Super Eagles haven't won for us, the Falcons, they've done that.
We get what I was just trying to say.
Okay.
Probably it was the Super Eagles that had played that match.
Everywhere would have gone agog.
But
the entire nation would be glued to the. Even I myself, I don't mind standing on top of a mast just to get to see that. I watch that, and their return alone. Till now, we'll still be feeling the.
But I actually think you are being biased.
She's feeling
Yes, because look at the excitement everywhere.
I'm excited.
No, I was at home and I was hearing gold from different angles. People were watching where they were connected.
Yeah, because it's a women game. No, I'm not disputing.
What he says is that the effect will have been
more from the Super Eagles. Have you seen the Super Eagles play before?
Till they choose to win. For now, we'll celebrate the Super Falcons.
Our finals against South Africa was, oh my God, everywhere was. Did you hear the echo of the goal? It was as if the entire Nigeria was watching that match. If eventually you were watching that match and they took the light, So there's this. I appreciate them though, but I will still root for the Super Eagles come anyway.
And in addition, quickly, I want to commend the president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for what he did yesterday. Is highly commendable and laudable equally. He was able to give them. We have to commend the president.
Yeah.
In the spirit of the celebration, the president was able to encourage the girls.
There's no achievement.
Okay. Can I tell you something? It's part of Let's not be emotional about this. The president gave them national award.
Mm-hmm.
National award is given because their labors or their efforts were being recognized. It's conferred on them because they recognize what they have put in to make the nation proud.
Yes.
It's part of
for
our
the 10th time.
Serious.
What do you do
For the 10th time. When was the last time Super Eagles won?
No. When there's no achievement in your administration?
No. I'm coming. I will take an exception to that. Okay. Because he gave them national award. Yeah. Secondly, he gave them 3-bedroom apartments.
Each.
Including the technical crews.
Mm-hmm.
in renewable estates
Estates, yeah.
across the country, and he gave them naira equivalent of 100,000 US dollars, and he said
160
naira
million.
equivalent, and that's 160 million naira each, and $50,000 equivalent in naira to technical crews. I will say this, that although I'm not really a fan of the present administration, but then for this that they have done, we have to, from my own part, I have to commend them. I don't know any other sector for, but what he has done yesterday to make, because I saw that the joy in the faces of the girls were very organic. They were very happy that the president could so much recognize their efforts. Thank you so much.
I also stand to appreciate what was done, and to the honors, the money, the accommodation that we're given. It's something to be commended, but we still it's an achievement to the administration. What do you do when there is nothing to talk about your administration?
But Somto, I think we should celebrate this achievement.
No, I'm not saying,
yes, without including a but. Nigerians we are fond of that.
No, it's a wonderful achievement.
Yes.
It's something. I'm
then
not against.
stick to the celebration.
I'm not against what the president has done, but I'm sure one of the reasons behind it is because it's also going to be included as part of the achievement of the renewed hope. Because before he leaves the office, it will be recorded that under his administration, due to his support and everything, the Super Falcons competed and they won. So it's going to be written.
And this is the first time, I want to say it, and I stand to be corrected. Yeah. This is the first time our national team will be playing, and there's no complaint of their allowances being taken away.
Bad living conditions.
This is the first time.
But another thing,
and it's commendable.
Another thing we should talk about their allowances. Let's not fail to understand that it's not everything that goes on with them that they come on air to tell us. Because I can remember the last competition that the Super Eagles competed. I don't know if it was probably the African Cup or the World Cup qualifier, something like that. The FIFA themselves instructed that they were not going to pay the money into the Nigeria football
the NFF
account because
World Cup Super Falcon.
World Cup Super Falcon.
Yeah.
Yes, it's these same ladies. I think World Cup Super Falcon, that they were not going to pay the money into the NFF Nigeria Football Federation account because of stories of the fact that when money are being sent to them, these players do not get it. So rather they ask that they will send individually to the accounts of these players. So it could, a whole lot of things. I believe Nigeria is one thing I believe is that Nigeria is a place where things might be going on and then you might not even get to know about it. What if they have been threatened that if you speak up you might be taken out of the national team? I'm just saying, what if? There's nothing that's not possible in a nation like this. It's possible. I'm saying, no, for you to say, and this is the first time, you never can tell. Another thing we should look out for is to see that this money is actually being paid to these people. It's not about making promises. A whole lot of promises has been made to us as Nigerians, and yet nothing has been fulfilled. So this is just another promise made to a set of people. Let's wait and see this promise actually being fulfilled. What I'm saying, let's not jump into conclusion.
Yes.
That under this present regime of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, such has never happened.
Yes.
This is the first major tournament that was being played. So you can't say
it's a commendable move.
You can't say. Let me
acknowledge
you can't say. You can't say. Let's see if the money, they played a match, right? FIFA is going to pay them. Let's see if they're actually going to receive it first. They just came back. So let's wait and see if these players are going to complain about that, or they would say, oh, things has changed. Because the last major competition they had, there was a complaint from FIFA themselves that our players are not being given what is due to them. So let's not jump into let's wait to see that the money allocated to them from FIFA is being paid, and also this 100 million, these flats I know the honors can easily be given, but the flats and the $100,000, let's also see that it's been paid. Then we can now take the national flag and run around the 36 states and say, thank you, Mr. President, you have done well. These are just promises that are not yet fulfilled, please.
But regardless, we just have to give them their kudos and well. Acknowledge the presidency for the hand of extension of congratulations. It's what's emulating, it's what's speaking good about. It's what's speaking good about, because when the government, when they do wrongly, we are quick to drag them. Now that they are doing right, supposedly, allegedly,
you can't even
we should give them their flowers.
Hold on until it is. When Super Eagles won their first the last African Cup that they won, I could remember they were all giving 10 million naira. Okay. So this is not the first time the president, even when we came back from the African Cup of Nations taking second, they also went to pay. They were congratulated. The vice president met them and they shook hands. These are just, so it is not something that is just, it is not precedented.
All right,
it's been happening.
No problem. So but one thing that is worthy of note is that the president himself hosted them to a dinner and was physically present to give a speech announcing the gift himself.
One thing we
Femi Repeater will say
dinner. When he went to Makurdi, was it not dinner?
I would say this is commendable.
It is.
And the president said something yesterday. I must also say that the day the match was being played, the wife was in the kitchen and his food delayed because the wife was caught up in the first half of the match. And I want to believe that the president is saying the truth. He said the wife was in the kitchen cooking the first half when they scored 2, and he refused to watch because of high blood
pressure. You see, that's how committed he is.
And being closer to the masses.
No.
Let me explain something to us today. Seems you guys have forgotten that you are in Nigeria. Eh?
I choose to be positive.
Yes, we choose to be positive.
No, let me explain something. Let me explain something.
At each point, we should acknowledge the goodness in our nation.
Do you know the numbers of chefs that work in Aso Rock? Do you know? Wait, no, excuse me. Do you know the number of chefs that are at the disposal of the president?
But some people can take. Some people personally can say my wife should monitor my food.
Yes,
because it's part of security.
I agree.
Then let's go. Thank you so much.
Viewers, don't forget to call in. We have interesting and engaging conversations going on. Please be part of the conversations by calling on the number showing on your screen or dropping your message on our social media platforms. Over to you, Femi.
Thank you so much. I want to once again thank the president for also, he said he almost got starved of his dinner because of Super Falcons.
It's commendable.
Mr. President, thank you so much for being part of this.
Why is he not getting starved for the situations of Nigeria?
We'll talk about that.
No, let's talk about it. Why is he not getting starved for the situation? Why is it just for the Super Falcons? Those things are just.
Thank you so much, and that's on that path. I want to say that something happened a few days ago. There's this unfortunate incident that happened in Delta State, and CP Olufemi Abaniwanda quickly swift into action. That was a kidnap case, and the suspect was arrested, and the victim equally was rescued. Getting to know that this victim colluded with the suspect to plan a kidnap because of money. And she said because she borrowed one money to do a bridal shower to the tune of 3.6 million naira and all these. I want to submit before I ask someone to talk.
No, I think we also have a video so we can watch for more context to our viewers.
All right.
I am SP Dafe Bright and this is Delta State Police Command. Today we are the Special Anti-Kidnapping and Cyber Crime Squad. They just proved to us once again that indeed Delta State Police Command is working. I always say there are 3 stages where we can fight crime. You can fight crime before, that is to prevent crime. You can fight crime even during, and you can also fight crime even after. And that is why it is very, very important to report cases to the police. You cannot say, oh, I've given them money, I want the matter to die. No, always come to us because we know our onions and we know what we are doing. Today we'll be interviewing 3 suspects. One of them is a 27-year-old lady who just got married March. She will be the one that will explain why she's here. but I can assure you that it will be very shocking. What is your name?
Merit Ele.
Merit. Okay, Merit got married March this year, and according to her, she said she was given money by a younger brother or elder brother, as the case may be, to purchase a tricycle, and she used that money to sponsor, you say your, what did you call it again?
Bridal shower.
Bridal shower. She used the money for her bridal shower. Now, it did not end there. On Sunday this week, that is, what's that date?
20th.
On the 20th of this month, July 2025, she told her husband she was coming, and the next thing we heard was that she has been kidnapped. The ransom money was paid. The ransom of how much? 3 million naira was paid. But the husband did not give up. The husband followed up with the case he had already reported at the State Special Anti-Kidnapping and Cyber Crime Squad, and will continue to work until we arrested one of the suspects who eventually let the cat out of the bag. Now, you say your name is what? Merit. Okay, Merit. That money, the money you were saying your brother gave to you, what did you use it for?
I used it for my bridal shower.
Okay, make your answer very short, Not stress me. You use it for your bridal shower.
Yes, sir.
So what now happened next? Your brother was asking you for the money.
Yes, sir.
So when he was asking for the money, what did you can't do?
I was just thinking of a way to raise the money, and I didn't see any way to
So
raise
what did
it.
you can't do?
So I now masterminded the plan to forge that I was kidnapped.
You masterminded a plan to say you were kidnapped.
Yes, sir.
With who and who?
Peter and
You don't know the other one name. Where you for know Peter?
he worked at where I was staying before as a security personnel there.
Okay. So how much your husband eventually pay?
3 million.
3 million. Who paid the money?
Him and my brothers.
Okay, your husband and your brothers.
Yes, sir.
So when the 3 million come reach your hand, what una come do?
We went to a POS woman shop.
Okay.
They transferred to the POS woman. So she put 2.5 in my account and gave them 500,000 naira cash.
Okay, you gave your accomplices 500,000, you 2.5 million. You don't hammer now. I don't be hammer, you hammer. So where the 2.5 million naira now?
It's my account, sir.
It's still in your account. So how do you feel as a wife? As a wife, how do you feel that you could do this to your husband?
I feel bad. And
You feel
terrible.
bad? Open your mouth.
Ugochukwu,
How long have you known this lady?
never too day long ago.
You never too day long.
Since last year, yes.
Since last year.
Last year.
The day when she come meet you, say she won't do this thing, how she tell you, say she won't, what did she tell you say she won't do?
He tell me, tell me, say, his sister, whether he don't come back. I thought say maybe
When
he
you
don't
concern
come
me and
back.
sister wey don come back, go straight to the point.
Okay, what he tell me? He tell me, say, whether pick the bus stay. I thought say yes, any problem. He say make a long package. Which package? I come tell me say him brother give am 3.6 million. Say make he use am buy keke. Use am go play gamble. Say na him friend. Na him put am. I come dey tell am say see am.
Okay, don't do it. Forget about what you tell her. So what did she come tell you say she won't do next?
So he come tell me say he wan make I call one person. Yes, I remember one person dey work for bakery. Make him help am. Na make me come for
Make dem help am do wetin?
make am package. Na wetin talk say package.
Package what?
Package work. So you know talk the real.
So wetin una come eventually do?
So as his income, as I come call this guy now, income now, he come explain the guy na wetin he explain for me. So the guy still tell am wetin I still tell am.
Okay, since you don't know wetin you go tell me, make I ask you question wey you go take talk wetin you know. The real matter. When she dey for the hotel, who dey make the call to the husband when they want to bring money?
Okay, now this one I first start dey make the call.
Then you too, you make your own call.
Yes,
Wetin una
yes.
tell the husband?
When he comot,
Wetin una tell the husband?
na wetin he tell us, everything wey we
Talk am na, talk the
He
thing.
say wetin he first talk say na 10 million.
Okay.
Yes, I remember say bet we go land up for 5 million.
So how much the husband come pay?
So wetin come pay na 3 million.
How much they give you?
Wetin dey my hand now na 225,000.
How much they give am?
And say na him give me.
Okay, now share the money.
Na him give me.
So our audience, you see what greed is causing. And I really want to give kudos to the Command Special Anti-Kidnapping.
you. Welcome back, viewer. You can be part of this conversation by calling the number shown on your screen, or send us your comment through any of our social media platform, also showing on your screen. Of course, we've listened to the story of, what's her name?
I didn't get
A Delta State bride.
We have listened to the story of the lady that masterminded our kidnap, a 27 years old lady, because of greed and foolishness. She said her brother gave her money, 3.6 million naira, and all she decided to do, not even invest the money, not do anything. Her brother told her, buy me something, and she went and used the money for bridal shower.
To buy keke.
To buy keke for him. And now go and use the money for bridal shower. I want to say that is part of the greed we are battling with in this 21st century when it comes to Gen Z. The ladies of our generation are greedy. There's this demon that is behind this competition they are so much immersed in. Yes. There is this competition spirit or competitive spirit that is after them, and it is very demonic and satanic. They want to feel among. Whatever she has done with that money is just to make herself feel as she has the money. She's feeling among. She wants to do the best of wedding, and it's still so much prevalent now. A lot of ladies are at their marriageable age. Somebody want to marry them. They are looking for somebody that will be billionaire.
No.
Somebody said, I can't marry a guy that does not have less than 10 million in his account. And I quickly ask her,
how much
your
do you
father,
have?
when your father married your mother, how much does he have? Your father was not a director when you married your mom. Your father was just a clerk. And God now helped him, and he rose to prominence. They don't believe in process again. Look at this lady now. Just, she does not have means of income. She has thought, how will she pay the money back? No back end support. All she could do now to have the money. This kind of lady can go into Yahoo Plus.
Yeah.
And it is because
she can kill.
Of nothing but competition. And I want to leave the floor open, with your permission, to
thank you, sir,
to dissect this.
I'm here for you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. The first thing I have to say is women. You know, there is something they say, out of your 24 hours, take
I just knew that the angle this story was going, Somto will be after women.
They say take 23 hours and just sit and fear women.
Out of 24 hours.
Out of 24, take 23 and used to fear women. So you come to ask yourself a question. First things first, she was more interested in the wedding than the marriage. The wedding, that 5 hours celebration, that was what she was more interested in than the marriage. And do you know what causes this thing? Social media, fake life.
Yes.
She has probably gone online and she had seen, because we're not talking about a wedding, we're talking about, do you know what a bridal shower is? A bridal shower is where she wears a gown and they put soon to be married. I'm telling you, soon to be married. She just wears like an haversack
for just 30 minutes or
30 minutes. Then they eat, they party. That is what a bridal shower is.
And they will pop champagne.
Yes, and she spent 3 points. She
3.6
million.
Not her money.
Not her money. She has probably seen something on social media. She now wants to feel
replicate.
She wants to replicate it. If it doesn't come to her like that, then it is not a good wedding. Secondly, that wedding at this point is at the verge of breaking.
Actually.
Because imagine I am the husband. I just got married to you. I don't even know how many years that marriage. I doubt if it's up to a year already.
And they kidnap you.
And
4 months.
You kidnapped yourself. How? So what can you not do tomorrow?
You can kill the husband.
You can kill me. What can you not do? You can poison me. If we probably have a quarrel, there is no for you to plan a kidnap against your own husband, just so you can root out. But that means your heart is actually very, very evil. Secondly, the husband too might have a fault to play at this.
Wow.
Yes, very true.
Yes, I will even as this police superintendent, I will also
SP.
give him SP Daffy. He will also get his own cut of it. The husband too, I believe, also has a. Where were you when your wife, you know her source of income, You know what she does. When a woman is doing a bridal shower, the husband is not left out of the know. What did you say? What did you do? When you saw the things that were happening and you knew that this was way above the budget you probably had given her, what did you say about it? Did you not ask questions? Secondly,
I also think if we even get to see the bridal shower, we
It
can
might
even
be-
gauge if it was worth it.
Yeah. Secondly, it could be that she had just a probability that she might have asked the husband for that money,
And he
the man
refused.
he quechiried that he will not give it to her, and then she said, "Oh yeah, nah, no problem." The idea might not have even come from her. It might have been from some, I'm sorry to use this word, but some of her foolish friends that encouraged her in going that route, that had said, let's do it like this. If this man loves you, even that your brother that you want to pay for him to follow contributes to the kidnap this thing, those things are advice. She might not have masterminded it on her own, because she must have known people that could plan a kidnap, people that would pretend to be the kidnappers. Where did they get the guns from to kidnap her? Where did they take her? So it is not a one-man this thing. She must have had advices from different people. And then this
Executed
is then
it.
lastly, the police. This to them now, this is a major case. Can't you see he came online to announce to the entire Nigeria that it is the first thing. What was the first thing he said? Delta State Police Force is doing what? Is working.
This is a work, because no, let's not be biased now. I know that so many things are happening in the country, and we also need the police force involvement in other security areas. But this is really a case that they have won.
The other cases of people that are being kidnapped, do they bring it on air as much as they bring this one? No, let's be realistic.
All right. I would like to put perspective on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That what the police has done, probably to you maybe just what have
It's
they
a
done?
jamboree.
What have they done?
It's a
But
show.
then, if they have not brought this to
the at our notice.
our notice now,
Yeah.
we will not know that there's a foolish girl somewhere.
Social media might have.
No, I'm just saying it. That's number one. Number two is that they have been able to rescue the arrest the suspect and refund back the money. You are not even speaking about.
No, she said it's still in her account.
Wait now, how did they get that 3 million that have been paid? And out of that 3 million, she has given 500,000 to the suspect, and 2.5 million is in her account. Maybe it's the boyfriend that has run the
husband
to go about and with the family to go and generate that or go and gather that 3 million naira. What I would say, gift, without fear or favor, is that ladies we have in this 21st century or contemporary time, they are not prepared for marriage. They are only prepared for the wedding.
Okay.
You understand? They need to be prepared, body, soul, and spirit.
How would you spend 3.6 million for
if you look
bridal
at
shower?
it very well, we are fast losing our values. If a lady could sit down and plan how to get money for bridal shower and also plan how to retrieve back the money spent, that means it speaks how much our values has really degenerated, kind of.
Women.
And may I say that
but I would like to also differ that it's not a gender thing. It just happened that this fell on women because the atrocities being committed by both genders.
Can I tell something?
Both genders is crazy.
Can I tell you something?
Yahoo Plus, who are the champions?
You also read of a woman of a lady that stabbed her boyfriend.
Can I tell you something?
I think
No, did you read
media,
of
the
the lady
media
that
is
stabbed her
always fun
boyfriend?
to
Gift.
pick
Can I tell you
up
something?
on women's evil.
Can I tell you something?
Okay.
The reason why more than 85% of men are doing or committing atrocities
It's
or
because of
criminal
the women
is
in their
because
life.
they want to do. If a woman puts you under pressure,
God.
you will lose your balance.
Imagine what they put Adam through.
By God's mercy and grace, I'm married. And thank God my wife is not part of those. Hallelujah.
Amazing.
Yes,
Amazing.
I have to tell you that if you marry wrongly, devil will be your father-in-law.
I'm telling you.
So you must know that.
Fear the woman first before you fear devil.
Yahoo boy, who are they spending on?
Women.
The small
On
girls.
club, who are they buying
Women.
wine to impress?
Women. Who are they buying cars for?
But
Who are they
at the same time,
women?
it also borders to how the men are trained. I want us to be very centralized.
Okay. How?
I want
what does this training have to do with
I want us to be
3.6
very
million?
centralized when
Yeah.
we are pushing the blame to women as being fearful beings. Now we see the way men are being trained to, let's say, to carry women as egg. The society should raise both genders as equal beings.
Okay, wait.
as
We're not equal.
No,
though.
no,
Okay.
no.
We are
No,
not equal.
Somto.
If we are to go into that,
No,
If we are to
will
because
not leave
we
this
are
out.
not, we are not
on
equal,
that
no.
ground,
We
on
are
that
not.
ground, you always want to do things to impress a woman.
That is why we need a woman to be understanding.
No, because now the blame, if something goes wrong with the man, the blame is easily put on the woman. Why can't the man take responsibility for him going into wrong, for him
I want to ask
allowing
you, will
such
you permit
pressure
me?
to be placed on him?
Will you permit me
Please go
to
ahead.
do a little investigation?
Yes,
Please
please.
do, sir.
And with all due respect,
Please
Okay.
do.
as you are now, can you marry a guy that is just starting his life? With all due respect.
Please answer.
I think that will be left for some other time.
You understand? You can't.
She can't.
You are looking for someone that is settled.
Yes.
And for you to get that person that is well settled, he must be a young boy.
No.
Well
Absolutely
settled.
not. Absolutely
If you
not.
see someone that is going through process, before he can be well settled, you give him 5-6 years.
7.
And that settled is well settled.
With struggle. Oh.
The well. Underline that well settled.
Ah.
A guy that can only give you 2 million and say, go and play with it. He's a Yahoo boy. He's a Yahoo boy in this kind of economy that we are. I want to encourage viewers to please call in to join this conversation or
Yes,
send us
please.
Please,
message.
This reminds me of a wedding
Okay.
that was supposed to take place in Nigeria. The husband was in America, so he left the woman here in Nigeria to make plans. Do you know that he sent money? Probably they had a budget of 10 million.
Okay.
He sent that complete 10 million for the marriage. Guess what the lady did?
What?
Rather than doing the diligent things, renting the halls, paying for the vendors, the first thing she did was to rent limousine.
Wow.
I'm serious. That would take her to church and then went for a very expensive wedding gown. Her jewelries, her accessories, her wristwatch,
caterer?
her
No.
shoes. At the end of the day, when the guy came back, few weeks to the wedding, he discovered that the entire money he sent to her was not even put in place for anything. She used it for just her adornment and for what people will say. See, when it comes to wedding,
Okay.
that's why I know they say, hey, a woman get wedding, a woman go wedding. But if you leave it to the ones that are, sorry to use this word, partially foolish, you will regret it.
And let us speak to the pressure of the society.
Yes.
Please.
It also
Don't
influences
be
all
on
this.
that
Social media
Nobody-
is fake.
You understand?
It's fake.
Because nobody will want to come and put the bad part of their
Yes.
life on
Outside.
air. It's always the glam and the
Yes.
glitz
You
part.
understand?
Somebody asked a
Please.
question. He said you go for honeymoon now, for example, you will set camera, you will run back, you make mistake, you can pause, you will come back. He said at the end of the day, where is the time
Where is
you used
the-
to
where
even
is the
enjoy
honey?
this thing? Where is the honey that is in the moon? It's to show you that these things are it's not real. It's not real. So it is a calling to gift and her fellow gender. That please.
No, your
And of the- and of the-
biased mindset that
and
you
of
came
the
with on
truth.
air.
Of
So
the truth,
I
of
won't
the truth,
listen to
Sonto.
that.
Let's also talk to guys.
Yes.
That please refuse to be
To be
influenced.
pressured.
Refuse to be pressured. Refuse it. If a lady is saying that you should go and give her what you don't have, allow her to go back to her father's
Also,
house.
the society
refuse.
has,
No.
has made
Allow her
it
to
such
go.
that men want to prove themselves. What are you proving? You want to show that
Have you seen a man that cannot see?
you want
Have
to
seen
you
a
want to
man
show that you are
It's
you are
not
the
as if- no,
odogu.
it's not as if the men wants to prove themselves. If you be in a house
Okay.
where a man cannot provide, it's more or less like, see,
yes.
Bible said it is better
It's
for
worse
you
than infidel.
to live
On the roof.
than to live with a nagging woman. It's not like we want to prove. It is a responsibility for the man to provide for his family. And when a man cannot do that little thing, it feels like he has failed as a man. And that is why we strive so much. I'm speaking because I'm a man. That is why we strive so.
Yes.
So
We are trying to make ends
we're
meet.
trying to make ends meet.
And quickly, because of want of time, Keith, something very unfortunate happened. That 7 or 6 law students
Yes.
from Adamawa State, that's
Were
law
kidnapped.
school in Adamawa, were kidnapped. And it's so unfortunate I don't know what you have to say to that.
It's quite sad because now the terrorists are demanding for 120 million naira ransom.
And they collected 50 million in Sanfara, they killed them. After collecting the ransom of 50 million, they were all killed.
I think this time around we should see the police force showing forth themselves.
Okay, so you're saying SP Dafe should
show
but that's
himself.
not his jurisdiction. That is from Delta, and this took place at Adamawa State.
One thing I have to say is that kidnapping is now becoming a very profitable
lucrative business.
Yeah.
and that is why that lady thought that if she faces kidnapping, the money will come out because it is lucrative.
Actually,
Yes, kidnapping
Sadly,
is becoming, sadly, it's becoming very lucrative. That's just the truth. Because now law students, and this time around, they are now, you now have they are the one to now tell you how much to pay. 20 million at the end of 20 million for a person. Then at the end of the 120
20 million
naira. And I'm sorry to say this, but hardly do we see our police force go for a rescue mission for kidnappers and come out successful. I think this is something our security operatives should look into. Enough of always paying ransom. What happens to I believe we have what it takes.
do you think it's due to poor training for them?
Yeah, our security system is failing. I do not see the reason why we can't go for a successful operation to retrieve kidnappers and then come. You hardly hear it. It's not something that is common.
Yes,
in
most
Nigeria.
times
Let me ask
you
you,
end up
put it-
seeing prayers.
Put it very straight.
Yeah.
Is it the irresponsibility of the leadership of the country, or probably ineptitudeness on the part of the policemen?
Both parties should actually be blamed for it. But I believe our leaders should take the major blame for it. And also the lack of training for our police officers. Because when we talk about police, when we talk about rescue missions, the first options that comes to our mind is what? The military.
Yeah.
And we fail to forget that the military, their primary basis is to prevent the nation from external threats. The police plays the major role when it comes to security within the nation.
But
when it
another
comes,
angle, we see that when people make objections about the government, the police, they are very quick to trace them. Does it not speak to their laissez-faire attitude?
It's to show you that it is possible. If I say something now against the president, if let me hide,
They will sniff you out.
They will get me. You see the DSS. The DSS are so swift in doing things like that. We have the national intelligence.
Can't the same intelligence
be the thing? Can't the same? I remember when Buhari's daughter's phone was stolen at a wedding. In less than 10 hours, they found the person that stole it and they found the phone. To show you that it's possible.
One young guy in then that was a few years back in Castina called Aisha Buhari fat pig.
Wow.
They traced him. Yes,
He was arrested.
Yes.
Detained, imprisoned without going to court.
Yes, they know how to do these things, but we don't do it when it matters most. It's actually, why should we get to that point where we now negotiate with kidnappers? Probably they are saying 120 million. We are now begging them, oh yeah, let's give you 80. Why? What happens to our security agency going in for a rescue mission and coming out alive? What are we really doing? It's alarming.
And up to now, the DSS, they are not saying anything about tracing the account this money is being paid to.
ACNN interviewed Professor Adeboye. The man is currently in Offa, Kwara State. This station interviewed the man after his kidnap. And he said something very profound and unfortunate. That in the den of the kidnappers, the kidnapper said immediately they passed the police post. Probably less than 5 minutes. Kidnappers caught them.
Wow. And
they were kidnapped. And now, probably after a week, in the den of the kidnappers, they became a bit friendly to him, and they now said it was the police
that linked
the man
them
said
up.
it on
Jeep
air.
they come.
The interview is on ACNN YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
That they said Jeep is coming. Jeep is coming.
And yes.
It's the police that called them, and the man said, "Jeez, yes." police
This is
gave
quite
them the
sad.
intel.
Yes, our
Please,
security
please,
is-
viewers, feel free to call in and share your thoughts. We are hearing discoveries, sad discoveries actually, from the inadequacies of our police force. Over to you, Femi.
All right. Lastly, on the insecurity, they say EFCC storm Akwa Ibom, nabbed 7 Chinese, 4 Nigerians over shocking illegal mining ring. I want to say this is the first time I'm seeing this, and I hope it's not just a paperwork. It's real. That 7 Chinese were being arrested,
I've seen cases of them. This is not the first time they've been.
and I hope they will not be released, because this is part of gift. I can assure you. I was in a state few months ago. We heard some shocking stories.
Yeah.
That what is fueling insecurity is this illegal mining.
Yeah, true.
Yes,
That
very
these
true.
guys are being supplied lot of ammunitions to protect a place.
Send
So-
the owners out
you
and
understand?
take over.
Yes.
I believe Minister of Solid Mineral Resources, this man should stand up and talk and say, this is our law. If you want to mine in Nigeria, this is what you should do. If you want
One
to,
thing I believe is these people feel like Nigeria is lawless. Do you know what it means to be a Chinese person? These people don't take corruption lightly.
At all.
they will kill the person.
They will kill you. There was a story of a Chinese minister, I don't know what he did, and then he was arrested, he was sentenced to life imprisonment immediately. They know how strict their law are. Then they look at Nigeria because we are blessed with mineral resources, and the first thing that comes to their mind is probably these people are lawless. We can do anything and go scot-free. Things they can't do in their own country, they now come here, they do it. They find insecure. And the funny thing is, we Nigerians in power or in some sectors are aiding them. We are supporting, we are giving them that leverage.
Yeah.
You will see the king or the community of a place that is blessed with mineral resources. These Chinese people will come to discuss things with you. You negotiate. What we heard that day was there is a percentage of whatever it is that is being mined that goes to them. So if, for example, I am mining, at the end of the day, I'm getting like 100 million. Me that have allowed you access into my land, I'm getting a commission. So you see that we Nigerians are also part of the problem
You know,
of ourselves.
I'm about to say something that 7 Chinese and 4 Nigerians. There's always an insider.
There's
Yes.
always-
And
yes.
one thing that really baffles me is that the minister of solid mineral in Nigeria, Dele Alake, is a very sound scholar. I'm serious. A politician to the core and a journalist of high noble standard to be said. He was former commissioner of information, Lagos State, for 8 years under Tinubu, and now coming a governorship aspirant in Ekiti State few years back.
Yeah.
So now that he has been given this privilege to come into this ministry, he should prove its effectiveness. Very, very intelligent and effective a man at that. So, but it's very unfortunate and very appalling that this is happening on Dai's watch as the minister of solid minerals. I feel that there should be a law. You cannot mine if you don't have a certificate.
You should be
And
licensed.
if you have that license, it means, and you are doing things illegally, it means the government is colluding with these people.
Yes.
And the locals too are not helping.
Watch and see now. The next thing you can just hear, they might just tell these Chinese people, pay us so amount of money,
And they'll be
then we
released.
will let you go. Nigeria, I'm sorry to say this, in as much as we claim to have laws, we are still lawless. You see, when it comes to foreigners, we treat
them like
as gold.
gold.
Better than see, if you have a case with a Chinese man or an American anyway here in Nigeria,
You will lose,
I
oh.
bet you that they will favor that person over. It's more or less like you are a stranger in your own land, but go
serious.
over there and try it with them.
They value their people.
They value, but yeah, we even value them more than you will see a policeman is ready to gun you down.
Anything
If you
corruption
get-
and impunity in China, I dare you to investigate. Anything corruption and impunity, they don't go to court. They go straight.
Immediately.
They will kill the person.
Immediately.
Still on that thought, I would like you to share your last word to our viewers.
All right, viewers. We thank God for the Super Falcons, how God has given them or granted them victory. And I want to also again commend the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for showing leadership, giving national honors, 3 bedroom apartments, and of course, the sum of 100,000 naira equivalent in dollars to each of the players and $50,000 equivalent naira to the 18-men technical crew. Mr. President, thank you so much. But then, Mr. President, can you put this same commitment to our economy, to our security, and to every sector in Nigeria? I know if you put this deliberate commitment, things will work well. I'll say, God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Amen. Over to you, Somto. Your last words for our viewers.
My last words. My co-uncle, do you have a relative in the Super Falcon? Because the way you have been thanking the president is as if there's something coming to you.
No. we are all brothers and sisters.
Of the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are happy
Look
for
at
our
gifts.
sister.
Look at what she's wearing.
Yeah.
Look at her necklace. Look at that.
Okay.
She's, oh my, looking
No,
stunning.
I actually think you people
Thank
have
you.
relatives in the Super Falcons. And okay, my last words. To still in the spirit of celebration.
Yes.
Congratulations to the Super Falcons. And one thing I admire so much about them is they acknowledge God.
Yes,
You could see
very
that
true.
after their victory, they knelt down, they worshipped, and they prayed and gave thanks to God. That is one thing I will really hope that we have as a culture here in Nigeria, to always give glory to God. And also to we Nigerians, I still believe we should stand firm, we should be strong. We know things are getting tough, but let's no longer applaud failure. Let's stand for the right thing. Elections are fast approaching. Please do not sell your vote for a pack of spaghetti. Don't sell your vote for 5,000 naira. Don't sell your vote for anything, because when it starts biting, it's going to bite on both the rich and bite harder on the poor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's really been an amazing time doing this with you, Femi and Somto.
You're most welcome.
You're welcome.
Stunning gifts.
Thank you. And that's a wrap for today on the show, now streaming. But remember that this is a platform that is all about healthy dialogue, debate, and driving discussions to drive Nigerians and humanity forward. Also, remember, democracy doesn't end at the ballot box. It lives in our daily conversations, in our questions, and in our demand for better conditions. I am Gift Naji, and until next time, keep thinking, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep believing in the power of your voice. Bye for now.